What is up, RZ Jones 18 fans? Welcome to Summer Series 2026 Part 1. Now, this might be the only Part 1 of the summer because of just how much has happened. We also have the movie coming out next month, and so I am trying to be very cautious of how much I'm buying. I say all that, and wait till you see what I have in store for you today. So, April 25th, big day, everything released. And since then, I have every single Chronicle figure. I am missing 4 figures from Core, and I'm missing 3 figures from Origins. And I'm also missing the Core Battle Cat. That's it. Everything else I have, which is crazy. The only other thing I don't have right now that I'm going to probably put on pre-order probably after the movie comes out because it doesn't come out till July, and that would be the Chronicles Havoc Staff. I really want the Havoc Staff, and you'll see why I want the Havoc Staff later in the video. Also, I am not wearing it right now, but I have it ordered. It'll be here between the 15th and the 17th, and that is my Battle Armor He-Man sleeveless hoodie to go see the movie in, and I'm very excited to have that. And it's sleeveless, so it'll be more comfortable to wear it, unlike the past couple of times where I've had my Superman hoodie that I love, but it's very warm. And so, but I'm so excited. We've got so much to go over. So we're going to go over the Core stuff first, and then move into Chronicles. Move into Origins, and then move into Chronicles. That's the order we're going to go in. So we're going to get this one out of the way now, because I'm going to want to just play with it the entire time after we're done using it. This is the Masters of the Universe Electronic Power Sword. This thing is 2 feet, 2 feet wide. 2 feet and tall, 2 feet tall. It feels really good in the hand. Very good swing. Feels really good, but this is why I want to get the Havoc Staff to go with this, because my goal is to have it look like this, like with the sheath going in this way and the Havoc Staff going the other way. That's the plan. But it doesn't just do this. Oh, no. It's got lights. So if you swing it, you get that. But then there's the coolest thing. Come on! And then you get new noises. And then if you just want to do that again. This is my first power sword, and I absolutely love it. It is just, it's so cool. Very happy to have this brown paint on the strap. Clear blade, obviously, when you look at it. But even when it's not clear, it still looks silver, so it looks nice around the actual silver plastic they used. I am so tempted to paint this to make it look a lot more silver, except for the blade, but the blade will stay the same. Painting this silver, I think would look really nice. So this might be our project. But this looks terrific. I love this. And one more time. Very cool. Very cool. So I'll set that guy down there. Now going back into Core, we also have one vehicle from Core, and that is the Roton. And because it's called the Roton, the middle seat does rotate, which is really cool. Now you also have these little missiles here on top. There's 4. You can remove those, and you can put these inside here, and I'll kind of shoot it off to the side. It'll be better if I do it this way. But if you look inside now, there's the missile. There's a little button right here. And when you fire, shoots the missile. Very cool. But the best action feature is that chainsaw. It's so cool. And then just set it back down, and it's displayed, ready to go. But now we're going to get into my Core movie figures. So I have 6 of them. So I'm going to show off the box for one of it. This is from the 4-pack. There is Goatman, He-Man, Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, and this is just a nice little poster on the inside of the cardboard for when you get your figures. I know the Sky Sled and He-Man are doing this too, but this is going to go on the wall. I think this just looks too cool. This is definitely going on the wall. But to go with that, there has to be those 4 figures, right? And there is. So the big one of this set was the exclusive Goatman, because I've never owned a Goatman figure in any shape, way, or form, and this was my way to get them. But here's Goatman. And I think he looks terrific. I think he looks so good. I love the lighting. He looks really good. I think the paint, like where they have it, looks really good. I think the head sculpt looks tremendous. I think it looks really, really, really good. His eyes are nicely detailed. He's got black in the mouth. He's got the white around his mouth, which is just a weird statement. But he also does come with this, with his halberd, which I am thinking about painting. Which you guys will see. I have painted on certain figures, which you will see when we get later into the video. But this can go in his hand. He can also two-hand it, which is pretty cool. But that is my core Goatman. And he just looks awesome. Looks really good. Very happy to add the goat to the collection. So he'll just sit there. Now my next one of that 4-pack will be good old Duncan, Man-at-Arms, played by Idris Elba. And again, I think that head sculpt looks very good. Very well done. And feels like Man-at-Arms. His hands are green, which they are supposed to be, he's supposed to be wearing brown gloves over his hands. So I will definitely probably end up painting those, but I think the head sculpt itself looks really good. He does come with a blaster. Little gold blaster. And it just ports right here on the side. You also get his mace, which looks really good. And again, like for size reasons, here he is next to the Goatman figure. They look really good next to each other. They're definitely on the smaller scale, like just to use them for the example. Here he is next to the Origins movie Spike-Or. So like he fits in with Origins. That's not it's just the proportions are different. Like he's a lot more slimmer. Like I don't like how slim of a neck he has. That was my issue when I first saw this figure, was how slim that neck was. But you get decent range of movement. But that's Man-at-Arms. Sit him right here. Now, the next figure you get in the 4-pack is your good old He-Man. You get Adam. So here's Adam. And what I like about this is that this is a different figure compared to the standard release of He-Man. He's got like this like wash on his hair that I think looks really good. The brown is a little bit more darker on this one. His sword came out looking really good. Really like the power sword. And there's a sheath on his back, and you just store said sword in the sheath, and you got that going on. But there's your He-Man. Looks really good. Another figure part of that 4-pack is I throw the other one down here. So here's my thing. I have, like I said, I have all the Chronicles figures, and so I have Skeletor. Can someone explain to me why I like the core one better than the Chronicles one? Because I think this Skeletor looks tremendous. Now, I think the Skeletor with core has a better Havoc staff, in my opinion. And I think like the both bone sculpts look really good. But he comes with a cloth cape and a cloth part for that little back part of his head. Like, I wish this was on Chronicles. And this is exclusive to the Amazon 4-pack with the cloth cape. I just think that looks so much better. Again, I think that head sculpt looks terrific. That red really pops out on the camera. But yeah, the more I see this design on Skeletor, the more I love it. Like, this is becoming one of my favorite designs for good old Bonehead. I mean, and we can all obviously do this because I have one here sitting on my display in the room. Here is my vintage Battle Armor Skeletor. This is when, this is now. Like, that is so cool to have. It's just cool. Look at that. And the best part about it is, when you look at both of these, it's Skeletor. Like, it doesn't get better than that. But that's core Skeletor. Set you down there. And now we have my single card releases for core. So we have my single card Teela, which her head sculpt is weird. I completely agree. She has got a forehead for days. But I think the red of her hair looks really good. I think her sword looks fantastic. I think the sword looks really good. She does come with what I'm assuming is a revolver. And it looks fine, plain Jane, no paint on it. I will definitely be adding some silver to the sword and some brown to the hilt. And I'm going to be completely repainting this pistol. Like, it needs more color than what it has. I am not going to even remotely try to maybe redo the head sculpt because it looks fine. But I think the rest of her looks really good. I think like the pearl white and the gold look really nice. But yeah, that's Teela. And then the last core figure that I have is Core Beastman, and this is better than the Origins one, in my opinion. I think he looks absolutely terrific. The detail, I think the fact that he's actually got all fur, nothing extra. I can definitely paint his nails and his toenails. He looks terrific. I love the way this Beastman looks. And I am curious, is he small? Or would he fit? He's small, but he would. I mean, no. But would he look good with the spike cord? Yeah, he would. Oh yeah, he'll look great with my villains. He'll look great with the other villains. But that's Beastman. But that's core. So now we're jumping from the kid stuff, which ranges from $9.99 to, for the figures, it was about $37 for the Roton, and then it's $21.99 for the Battle Cat. Easy figures to get into, very easy to kind of work with. But now we jump from that to the next stage of Motu, which is Origins, which is my bread and butter. These figures, Spikor was $22, and the other thing I got is as much as the Chronicles big fig I got, which is about $45. That would be, so here is Origins movie Spikor. He is purple, and he's got the chain and mate. He's got the ball and chain. He looks really good. I will give him that. I just wish he was a darker purple. I think he comes off as a, like, he's definitely a lighter color for sure. It still looks good. Still looks really good. But he'll look great with my movie stuff once I get everything positioned back out in the loft area. Here is, woo! There was the missile from the Roton. Here is the movie packaging. And then on the back, you've got your gorgeous artwork there of Spikor in front of Snake Mountain. Looks really good. Very happy with it. But from him, we go to the next piece of my Origins line, and that would be the Masters of the Universe Fright Fighter from Origins, from the movie. You've got grab enemy fighters, open to place figure, pincer attack, and the wings flap. They do. So on the back of this box, I was discussing this in the last time I tried to record this. That is Origins Man-at-Arms. That isn't Origins Spike-Or, but if you look in there, he's got two hands. My figure doesn't have two hands. It's weird. And then over here, that is Core Teela and that is Core He-Man. That is not even Origins figures. Those are core figures of He-Man and Teela. And then that is core, that is Man-at-Arms from Origins. It's showing that the figures can be, you know, mixed up with each other. But from the box, you get this behemoth. This is your Fright Fighter. The wings do flap. You do got your pincering ability. And then there is a mechanism right here. It's a little gray switch. And that allows you to fully fold out the tail. And then you do it again. That'll drop. And that is how you have it in its non-flight mode. That's how it's displayed. And it does fit your Origins figures. So, for example, I can take Spike-Or and I can get him in here, get his legs situated, get his ball and chain, and close it up. And there you go, there's Spike-Or in the Fright Fighter. And then just pop open. Now, the one thing I did want to see was I'm gonna grab Goatman here and get his weapon out of his hand. There we go. I wanted to see if these figures could fit in here as well. So kind of get like his hands around that. His grubby little paws. So the core figures will also fit in your Fright Fighter, which makes sense because they are on the same scale. I am going to grab a random one here, just for the sake of sake. Here is a Chronicles figure. So here's Chronicles Man-at-Arms. I am curious, is he too big, or would he fit? So we'll get this. With extra articulation, you can probably make this work. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, for confirmation for everybody, the Chronicles figures do fit in the Fright Fighter. Now, is it the most comfortable? Well, actually, he looks more comfortable than the Origins figures, to be honest. Like, that's big enough to fit a Chronicles figure. So this is a perfectly scaled vehicle for your core, Origins, and Chronicles. Now, here's the bigger one. Since we're doing this, let me go ahead and get good old Duncan out of here. I'm going to grab my trusty, my favorite, my Masterverse Trapjaw. So we're going to do this real quick. I'm going to set down the Fright Fighter here for a second. We're going to get anything that could be impede or get in the way of the sitting. So that includes your blaster. Remove. So here is a 7-inch scale Masterverse figure. One that I absolutely adore. This is my favorite Masterverse figure, is Masterverse Trapjaw. And I am curious. Now, unlike... Oh, I'm sorry. Did anybody else know this? Masterverse had drop-down hips. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Did not know that. But here's the kicker. So you get plenty of room here in the seat. Will a Masterverse figure fit? Or is he too big? Or did I just pick a wrong example because of his shoulder? I might have picked the wrong one because of his shoulder. Oh wait, hang on. Hang on. Oh, the hands. Get those in. Get him nice and squozing. Is his head too big? It's a tight fit, and you can't close the canopy, but he's in there. So, unfortunately, you know what? No, not unfortunately. We're going to keep going. I have Masterverse Pighead here, who does not have the gigantic robotic arm, because this is a vehicle that, you know, people are going to be like, will this work for classics figures? Will this work for, you know, that kind of stuff? So, I want to be a good representative here. And so, let me get him situated. Interesting. So he doesn't have the drop down hips like he does. Because granted, this was also a very early Masterverse release was Pighead and Sunman, which are my other two favorite Masterverse figures. So I wonder if the fur is going to be too much. Yeah, okay, so I can now officially confirm that Masterverse does not fit in these. Your basic core figures do fit. If you want to put your Chronicles figures in here, guess what, everybody? Snug as a bug in a rug. They fit just fine. So that's really cool to know. And now it makes me want to go through all my vehicles and see which ones the core fit and the Chronicles fit. I know what Origins fit because they're Origins-based vehicles. But that is the Fright Fighter. I thought that was really cool that this is a very versatile vehicle if you want to use it. Now, because we did all that, we have to check out the Roton. So I feel like it'll be easiest to do this way. So there are pegs on the back of the Roton right there for the feet. And we're going to go ahead and just continue to use Duncan here as the example for Chronicles. But again, like Chronicles has got that great new buck style articulation, and I want to see if they will fit into the pegs. Okay, and then get his arm on there. Get his arm on there. It is a weirdly positioned vehicle. I am not gonna lie. We can just get the boot. There we go. Okay. All right. So there is Duncan on the core Roton. I mean, if you I mean, it works, it works-ish. I unfortunately do not have a regularly available two-handed Origins figure at my disposal. Otherwise, I would check. I'm not even going to try Masterverse. This is for core figures. So, like, if we get Goatman here, for example, we can bend him at the knee. Although he might be a bad example, too, because of his knees. Although, let's see if it'll even... Nope. So, Goatman does not fit the Roton. Let me use Core Man at Arms. So there we go. There goes the gun, but that's fine. Okay. That works a little bit better. His head's still poking out at the top, but It still works. But there's like how your vehicles work with other lines. So like, if you have a Roton, it will work with Origins. It'll work with Core. It'll work-ish with, and I really mean the word "ish" with Chronicles. Get him back situated here. Is this movie? This is Chronicles. Nice. Good. But yeah, back to it. This is the Fright Fighter, and I love it. I think it looks terrific. I'm excited to see how this works in the movie. But that is Origins. That's everything I bought from Origins. I did not get Trapjaw, I did not get Beastman, and I did not get He-Man. But now we're gonna get into my bread and butter for the movie stuff. I mean, I love everything else. Don't get me wrong. But my bread and butter is gonna be Chronicles. Sorry for the camera shake. Like, it's just how it is for me. So, the first figure that I received from Chronicles was not Scareglow. I had found Scareglow through Macari, and I had ordered him through there because I knew I wasn't going to find him anywhere else. And so, but I ordered him through Macari. But my first figure that I got to the house for anything Motu related was the Chronicles Creations exclusive King Grayskull. This was the first figure of the new 2026 Motu stuff besides Creations exclusives that I've gotten. This is the first one. And yeah, man. This is what made me fall in love with the Chronicles line. And that's why I have the rest of them. It's because of this guy right here. And so, let's stop talking about it. And let me just show you them. Here is the Chronicles King Grayskull action figure from Mattel. And if I was a Hasbro executive, I am going to be completely honest with you. You should be worried. This is my favorite action figure buck that I have messed with in a long time. Long time. I truly think this articulation, the body structure, the proportions, this is what I want a 6-inch scale action figure, 6.5-inch scale action figure line to look like. I love these figures. And as you can see on camera, I did paint the weapons. So I gave like a silver wash on the axe. I gave a silver wash and a black wash here on the sword. I painted the trim around his insignia. I also painted the pauldrons again. And you're also wondering, yes, I did take off the cape because I think he looks better without it, in my opinion. And because this is Chronicles, we can do this real quick and see if this looks good. We're going to except the pauldron. We're going to put the pauldron back on. There you go. But because this is Chronicles and we can do this, I'm going to take off the King Grayskull head, and just like here he is. That's Motu Chronicles He-Man. We're going to take off that head, and yeah, man. Yeah, man. I have not done that yet. It looks so good. With his sword, let me get He-Man's sword. This is He-Man's power sword. Will it fit in this sheath? Yeah, man. I haven't done this yet. That looks so good. That looks so good. Oh, wow. Yeah, that blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you. And oh man, I fucking love Chronicles. Fucking love it. This is without a doubt. Yeah, I figured that would be the case, unfortunately, because of it being the handle. The rest of the blade list looks good, but I knew the handle was going to be an issue. That's fine. Just replace that with the proper hit this versions of He-Man sword. Yeah, that looks freaking terrific. Like a whole new armor set for this version of He-Man. And like I can give him the shield, I can give him the axe. Like, and I can also, because I customized it, I can also remove those, and you just get like a really good looking. Oh wow, that's crazy. So I'm curious then how the King Grayskull head looks on this book, like with this outfit on. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna hate that. That looks pretty good. He does have the hair of the hair of the giants, but he's like, here's his power sword. Will his power sword fit in here? It's loose. It's definitely not meant for that. But yeah, that looks really good. That looks really good. Oh man, am I going to be kit bashing this King Grayskull and this He-Man to make my ideal perfect He-Man figure? Because like even the tone of the skin, I like better on this one. And again, that head just goes well with it all. Oh, and the bracers are like the exact same color, almost. Um, yeah, man. Well, I'll definitely be doing this later to see like how much more I can kit bash. But yeah, I love Chronicles. There was the He-Man figure with King Grayskull, so there's the two of them together. Very happy with those. I am keeping all the Chronicles boxes, so I can go ahead. That's my arms. There he is. Here's He-Man. Here's He-Man's box. And again, it does that really cool thing of where if you've got a hero box, you can put a villain box next to it and it looks like they're fighting. But for me, it'll be this, or I'll hang them up from the ceiling. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, there's what the boxes look like for Chronicles, which again I love. I think the boxes are terrific. But there's He-Man's box. We'll save that for Litor. But now we're gonna get into the inaugural figure, the figure that randomly showed up in people's boxes. Here is the Masters of the Universe inaugural edition Chronicles Scareglow figure, and again, I love these figures. So as you can see, I did paint this right here like a metallic purple going into the green, silver on the blade, kind of worn. I did paint his skull as well as well as the teeth, and I gave this silver right here a little accent of silver, so he looks a lot better. Now I have talked about this with other lines, and I am not going to not talk about it here. He does have loose leg syndrome, or as we call it here, LLS. He does have it, but I forgive it because if you bring his legs down like that, it goes away. It's just because of the hip dropping gimmick, or the hip dropping feature. That's why his legs are a little loose, but I can forgive it. The joints on these things are buttery smooth. Everything feels good. Nothing feels out of place or weird. You can remove that green effect, but I don't want to because I just think it makes him look better. But that's Scareglow. And with Scareglow, he gets a very nice box here with a spine. And then on the side here, it does say inaugural edition. Back of the box shows Scareglow. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. And when you look at the logos, he has got the gold. They have the red for the movie. This says inaugural edition. This will say the character's name in Eternian. So that says Triclops on the box. But that is Scareglow. We're going to go ahead and get Bonehead out of the way here. So here is the Chronicles Skeletor. And as you can see it, the eyes on the Havoc staff, they are a translucent blue plastic. So you get more like effect out of those. And if you did not see, his jaw does articulate, which is really cool. But here is my thing again. So like, here's the back of his cape, and here's the back of his hood. That's attached to the head, so that kind of limits your movement. But when you look at the core Skeletor, poor Tila. When you get the core Skeletor, you get the purple cape, and I wish he had the purple cape like the clear like that. I don't know. As a not like a heavy poser, I don't mind that as much because he's just going to be on a normal stance holding his Havoc staff on the shelf. So it doesn't bother me as much. You also get the jewel right there in the chest. And when you look at his eyes, you can definitely see the red right there. The eyes are red, deep in the sockets of the eyes. That looks really good. But that's Skeletor. They all come with interchangeable hands. Skeletor comes with a haha hand and a fist. He-Man, King Grayskull both come with fists, and then gripping hands and fists for Scareglow. Just to get that out of the way as well. We'll finish up with we'll finish up the villains. So the next one that we're gonna look at is the Chronicles Trapjaw. So again, box. There's a Trapjaw image. Back of the box, yeah, Trapjaw. On the side, it says Trapjaw and Eternian. Pretty cool. But that is Trapjaw box. And here is my boy in live action, and he looks so gnarly. He looks so good. I did end up painting the sword. Added that blue and that little accent there. I thought it added a little bit more to the figure. I also did paint some silver here onto his cannon arm. And I did paint the hook silver. And he also does come with an extra hand. And of course, being Trapjaw, his jaw does open and close. Not a lot. Like you can put like up against his mouth, so he looks like that. And then bring it down. But that's Trapjaw. And again, I think metallic paint-wise, figure-wise, terrific. 10 out of 10. I love these figures. Can you tell? Our next villain is going to be Triclops. So this is a big one. This is Triclops. Here's his box. Again, Triclops and Eternian. And you get pictures of the figure on the back. Here is Triclops. Now, this has been the most controversial figure of this first set of Chronicles figures. I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. I did do some painting on him as well. I painted the tips of his gun, and I painted the barrel. I also did the stock as well. I painted it silver. But here's the kicker. I also did the silver right here on his chest, and I painted these coils on his side. Now, what is Triclops known for? The rotation of the bin. Now, if you've watched Pickle Dan's review, he unfortunately got one that's glued on, like you can't rotate it. I got lucky, and I can freely rotate that drum, no problem. Sticks into place, no issue, and my Triclops works just fine. So it's a very understated problem. Not everybody has this issue, but if you do, maybe reach out to Mattel, let them know what happened. Maybe they'll send you another copy of the Triclops figure with a actual head that rotates. Why they would glue that to begin with, no idea. Aesthetically, he is my favorite of the bunch. I just think I love the way like the silver looks on his arms, and I think the torso looks really good. I think like that chainmail maybe or a fiber that's on his suit looks really nice. He gives off the 2000X vibe of Triclops for sure, but he looks really good. But that's Triclops. Okay, we're done with the villains. So we're down to our last 3 figures, and then we're gonna end with the big boy of Chronicles currently. So this is the other Amazon exclusive, and that would be the 2-pack of Ram Man and Fisto. Now, we just got images of the single card release for Ram Man, and I'm really glad that I got this 2-pack because it does not come with one of the effects in this. It does not come with the effects for Ram Man, and I will show those off here in a second. But here is the box for Ram Man and Fisto, and on the side, it does say Ram Man and Fisto. It's really cool. We'll show off one of my favorites of the line so far, and that would be Ram Man. Now, there was a darker wash on the Ram Man figure that looked good, but I did not like it. So I went ahead and I repainted all of his armor silver to give off more of that Ram Man vibe. And I just think that looks a lot better. I also painted his axe as well, the blades I painted. Now, what he comes with is really cool, is in order to invoke his spring effect, you get these 2 little bad boys, done in translucent yellow with some green paint around them. And all you do is you pop off the boot, and you correspond it with the right piece. Like, so this will only work with this side. Because like once you plug it in, you'll feel it. It'll plug into place. And then you plug the boot in. Same thing on this side. You plug that in. And then plug in your boot. And it looks like he's springing. Which is really cool. I love that effect. And so like with a Ram Man figure, like you want to get in like a really good, you know, like hopping pose. And you can with this figure because of all of the amazing articulation. Like, you can really get him in some pretty cool poses. This looks really good. But that is Ram Man. Looks very good. He comes with 2 fists. And then we get the Mana Fists. We get Fisto. And again, I completely repainted his gauntlet in a silver. And I also painted his torso silver bits in, as well as his shin guards as well. I repainted all of those with metallic silver, and I think it looks infinitely better. The head sculpt looks good. I just don't know who that is, and I'll learn that more as we get close to the movie coming out. But yeah, that's Fisto. He does come with a power effect that you can put on the glove to make it look like he is straight up, you know, Hadoukening somebody from Street Fighter. This looks pretty cool. But that is Fisto for Chronicles. Very exciting stuff. I know I'm moving fast, but there's just a lot to get through. But that is Fisto. And then the last figure, you've seen him already, so I saved him for last. That would be Duncan, the Idris Elba's Man-at-Arms. And the likeness to Idris Elba, I think, looks tremendous on this figure. That looks exactly like my boy Idris Elba. That looks really good. So, I am contemplating on painting his armor gold to go more with the aesthetic of what I like. I don't know why. I think the way it looks is pleasing to me enough. I don't know. I'm really debating about repainting this guy's armor. I just haven't thought about. I just haven't decided yet. He looks great though. Like he looks really good. I love these figures, man. He comes with the mace, which has got like that swirly goldish plastic, which looks pretty good. Not great, but looks fine. And then you get this version of his pistol from the core line. That is probably how I'm going to paint the core one, is in the black with the brown. The last piece of this haul is Mr. Cringer himself, and that would be Chronicles Battle Cat. I have been so excited for this figure. It did not disappoint. Did not disappoint. Here he is. Here is Chronicles Battle Cat. I love this figure. Love this figure. I painted his saddle. I also painted his helmet. I am not going to paint the rest of him because I think the rest of him looks great. But if we remove the helmet, you get that Cringer head sculpt. And if you watch his eyes. He's watching you. He's following you. Here's a cool thing I didn't know. These are not attached to his mouth. So when you close his mouth, he looks a lot more calmer. So when he roars, he looks a lot more intense. I think that's a nice little effect. Let me grab... Let me get everybody out of the way. Let me grab my He-Man here. Yeah, man. That is the haul for part 1 of the summer series. And for the sake of sake, again, there's that combo together. I think they look terrific together. But to end this video out, I love everything. This is by far my biggest haul for a movie I've ever done. This is the most figures in one video, probably in a while. Collectively, there was almost, between the vehicles, the sword, Battle Cat, all the figures, almost 20 items were here today. And it's pretty crazy. I am officially taking a break. I got everything I needed, and I am very happy with everything I got. But like, rate, subscribe, hit that comment section. Let me know what you've gotten from the Masters of the Universe 2026 movie toy line. And as our boy says, come on, don't leave me hanging. There we go. We'll see you guys in the next one.